The big pressure now for the drug development is definitively to take out time and cost out the drug development process.
Covance, a global leading drug development services company. Today we have the honor of having Dr. Jean-Marc Leroux, Chief Innovation Officer of Covance. Can you tell us how Covance has developed over the last 20 years or so into the great company that it is today?
So thank you first for the opportunity to let me talk about Covance. Yes, Covance is established now for a long time, and it was coming at the beginning from a divestiture from Corning. I think everyone knows Corning, Fortune 500 company, and we divested in Covance. Covance is a CRO, is a contract research organization. In fact, what are we doing? We are setting up clinical trials for the pharma and the biotech. For the most of 25 years that we are in Geneva, we are doing all their clinical trials. Our portfolio, because we think that we are only working with a big pharma, but half of our clients are also biotech. So the question is, because a lot of things changed in the past 10 years, so the big pressure now for the drug development is definitively to take out time and cost out the drug development process. Can you imagine that for a pharma to put in place, a drug, it's 10 to 15 years. It costs roughly 1 billion when everything is going very well.
That's dollars.
$1 billion. And definitively, out 5,000 or 1,000 of compounds that they are trying, only one is going through all this process. So our role is to try to help them to speed up, this process. That's why we are providing to them a kind of end-to-end process from discovery to clinical, in going through central lab services, commercialization, market access, in order to give them, the only package to do that as quick as possible.
Okay. Can you tell us a little bit more about the more recent history, including the merger with LabCorp?
Okay. So we started as purely a CRO, and we have to deal, as I said, with different paradigm shifts, such as now it's not a drug fitting for everyone. For you, for instance, Ed, we will have to customize and to say, okay, that's a specific drug that you need, depending of your genetics makeup and depending a lot of things. What we have to do right now, it's a majority of the drugs are combined with a marker, with a biomarker that we will test on you in order to see either if you can take this drug, or this drug will be really efficient for you, or if you won't have, any side effects. So all of that necessitate for us to have also a good understanding the way that you are validating biomarker. And so we have this merge with LabCorp, which is the leading lab diagnostic, in the world. So now we have a combination. We have a unique combination between the diagnostic world and the clinical trial world, in order to help us to help and to support the pharma to provide this kind of new drugs.
Okay. Just very quickly, I know you're very active in the local community here in the Suisse romande region in Geneva and Lausanne. Can you give us just a few examples of the things you're doing with the community here?
Okay, I would be able to give you any details, but yes, we have a lot of discussion and already working with, for instance, the CHUV or even, the HUG in Geneva. Mm-hmm. Of course, we started discussion with the campus biotech. We are very active in order to, I would say, to help also the community and to bring up all the capabilities that we have on the clinical trial standpoint that of course all this hospital will be able to use.
Well, that's all the time we have for today, but I'd like to thank Dr. Leroux for joining us. Ladies and gentlemen, it's not quite often when you have a high-quality global company like Covance and a very high-level speaker like Dr. Leroux to discuss the industry with us. So I hope you've enjoyed this interview. And on behalf of AIC TV and Dukascopy TV, my name is Ed Schneider, and I'd like to thank you for joining us today.